Many years ago, Orgodemir, Supreme Lord of Evil, attempted to make the world his own by tearing it into fragments. He would have succeeded, but for the intervention of the Almighty. At the end of an epic battle, both collapsed, drained of power. Good had triumphed over evil, but only just. In his final battle against the Demon King, the Almighty unleashed all his power in one unimaginably powerful blast. Although he succeeded in defeating his foe, he paid a heavy price and was himself destroyed. Ever since that day, true believers have searched in vain for a way to revive him. Sir Mervyn had fought bravely alongside the Almighty, but on the eve of their showdown with the Demon King, his master sealed him away in a precious gem. Why would the Almighty do such a thing? Simple. He had a premonition that he would not survive the battle, and he wished to save his faithful servant. O child of generations to come, should you find that gem, climb close to the heaven and hold it aloft. Do so and our hero shall reawaken. Where might I climb close to the heavens, I hear you ask? Why, west of the castle of the great and benevolent king and collector of medals, of course. This is one of the few events that entirely take place in the present, yet it's all about reviving the past. Mervyn has been hinted at throughout the game. There have been many books written about him, and now you're getting this living legend to join you. The first step is to go to the town of Bravoure. It's entirely made up of the descendants of the warriors who fought against Orgodemir alongside the Almighty. Humans being involved at all in that fight makes it so that their powers have to have been at least in the same dimension of the Almighty, which is one of the many clues that neither Orgodemir nor the Almighty are that much beyond human. The people of Bravoure hold a treasure that has been handed down for generations, the magic carpet. The person who owns it gives it out very readily. The reason for that is that he himself promised his late father that he wouldn't leave the village, but regardless sees finding Sir Mervyn as the duty of his people. Thus he gives you the carpet to fulfill the duty in his place. The father turns out to have been even more protective than initially thought. Though. And the carpet you're given is a fake. The real one was hidden by a maid to further protect the guy from going on adventures. To get the maid to show you the real carpet, you need to trade in an item called the Mermaid's Moon. The item has its own backstory, which is just a copy of Narcissus from Greek mythology, who fell into a lake while trying to kiss his own mirror image. Except here it's the moon falling in and turning into the Mermaid's Moon. You get it after beating Quakers. The rest of this event could have been done way earlier. This step is framed as entirely unnecessary since he was already willing to honor his promise. Ultimately, this little secret could have prevented you from saving the world, but either way, you can now use the real magic carpet to fly around. Soon enough, you will find out that Sir Mervyn is sealed in the Sizzling Stone, an artifact your uncle had at the very beginning of the game. He later pawned it off to the richest man alive whose mansion you visit. There, he doesn't agree to hand it over, but instead he accompanies you because of his curiosity to see the hero's arrival. You then go up a tower, revive Sir Mervyn, and that's that. This whole event throws into question the Almighty's infinite wisdom, as Sir Mervyn calls it. Did the Almighty know everything would turn out this way? It seems like a lot could have gone wrong with all of these small steps. You only got the Sizzling Stone because of the rich man's whims. So what if you didn't? Simple. The Almighty isn't all-knowing and he isn't almighty either, but more on that at a later date. So Sir Mervyn joins your cast of misfits. Up until now, people have kept telling you that you look like children or are children, and after saving an island, the people would say that they couldn't believe pipsqueaks like you could save the day. And neither did your party members act the part. Mervyn now is a true hero. He's idealistic and he at least partially looks the part. He does look well beyond his prime, which, despite him claiming otherwise, is reflected in gameplay. If he was as strong as he is now, back when he was the Almighty's most capable warrior, then it's very disappointing. Mervyn is a really big contrast to everyone else you've had so far, and given how formal he is, he doesn't feel at home with your party, at least not yet. And that's despite Sir Mervyn being the only party member so far for whom adventuring and fighting the Demon Lord was the path laid out before him. The only one who isn't running away from a different destiny, who's a hero and nothing else.